This is the Iowa Weather Report for Friday, January 25th, 2013. Now our first look at the 0Z GFS Model Run. This is at noon today. We have some energy coming in with the northwesterly flow coming out of Canada. And this will bring a bit of activity, mainly across Minnesota and Wisconsin, but this could skim the state early today with a bit of snow activity, but it will be clearing later in the day with highs in the 20s and even nearing 30 in the southern and western counties of the state. But by Saturday, we have high pressure overhead. Temperatures go right back down to near zero in some areas, maybe below zero. And highs on Saturday will be in the teens to lower 20s, maybe in the 30s south and west. And then Sunday, this is the storm we need to watch out for. The winds switch around to the south. There will be cold air at the surface with warm air aloft, so we could see rain. Most likely freezing rain, and here's the probability of freezing rain Saturday evening through Sunday evening. This is of 1/100th of an inch of ice, and you can see the entire state is covered with at least a 50 to 80% chance of seeing at least some freezing rain. Here is 1/10th of an inch of ice or more, and the better probabilities over the eastern half of the state, and even they are pretty decent probabilities, 50 to 70% of seeing at least 1/10th of an inch of ice. And here's 1/4 inch of ice or more the Saturday to Sunday evening, and the probabilities are now down into the 30 percentile over the eastern and into the southern and southeastern counties of the state. And if this isn't enough, there could be a bit of snow with this as well before we change to freezing rain, and the better probabilities of at least 1 inch of snow are over the northern and eastern counties where it will be cooler, maybe an inch of snow there in the northeastern counties. Here's the probability of 2 inches of snow, and the best probabilities are in far northeast Iowa into southern Wisconsin, where the probabilities are about 30 to 40%. So Sunday we could see snow, freezing rain, sleet, and maybe rain toward the end. And by Monday, that system is now gone to the east. There could be some lingering rain, or freezing rain, or sleet, or maybe some other type of precipitation. Temperatures Monday will be in the 30s to near 40. Tuesday it'll be warm early in the day, but the cold air starts coming in from the north and west again, so we could see a little bit of rain, drizzle, mixing in with sleet and then into snow, but not much accumulation. Wednesday here, it's just cold, windy, winds coming straight out of the north, temperatures likely falling through the day. By Wednesday evening, we could see temperatures near zero again. Thursday, winds still coming out of the north. The lake effect snow machine is in full gear for anybody heading eastward to Chicago or Detroit or even to the New England states. Still remaining cold, and even a week from today, we still have a fairly broad trough over the eastern half of the country. Some energy moving through our neck of the woods along this north to northwesterly flow could kick off some more snow again, but this would be likely light and fluffy snow, as temperatures will likely, if this is right, would see highs around 20 and lows in the single digits above and below zero. A couple days later, on February the 5th, we have pretty much a west to northwesterly flow. We have some energy digging through the desert southwest, and if this is right, we would have, well, a clipper-type system moving along the U.S.-Canadian border, a lot of rain along the Gulf Coast and the eastern Atlantic seaboard, and over the desert southwest as well. And at the end of the forecast on February the 9th, we have a trough again. It covers most of the country, a ridge over the eastern Pacific, big vortex over the Canadian Maritimes and up toward Greenland. And if this is right, we could have some rain along the Gulf Coast, some snow well off to our west, and across to our north as well. So we could have some warm weather, then it gets drastically colder later into February. Here's the satellite image from last evening. We had some cloudiness across the Great Lakes in the Ohio and Middle and Upper Mississippi River valleys with a bit of snow across that area. We had some clouds moving into the Pacific Northwest and also the desert southwest. The watch morning map from last evening, some winter weather issues across the Mid-South and up into the Upper Ohio River Valley, wind chill warnings and advisories across New England, and some winter weather issues across the northern tier of the country and in the Pacific Northwest as well. QPF chart precipitation over the next 5 days through Tuesday evening at 6 o'clock, showing some decent amounts of precipitation around here, maybe upwards of a half an inch to the west to an inch to the east, heaviest amounts across the desert southwest and the Pacific Northwest.